Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to Contest of Speed Americas. Don't you just love to see it? The sun beaming down on the circuit here today. My name is Dan, I'll be your commentator for this evening. Sat alongside me for the second week on the bounce, it's Cookie.
It's a bit of consistency.
There is, isn't there? It's nice. It's nice.
Oh, and I've got some weather updates, and depending on how you feel.
Oh, this is good.
It is sun, and more sun.
All the way?
Yeah, all the way. No rain today, unfortunately.
See, this is the first. Well, we were a little bit, but then again, dry weather might give us some more action.
Oh, that's
fingers crossed. But I'm liking the track map edition that we've got on the spectator menu.
I am also liking that. It is annoying how the track doesn't actually, it overlaps with the spectator menu, but
yeah, but you can close it, can't you? So
yeah, no, I keep it up. You gotta switch between drivers, haven't you?
Yeah, we're making progress though. We're making progress.
Yeah.
So, who are we missing tonight? We're missing 4 drivers. Wing It in the Renault is the only one I actually know off the top of my head.
I'll have a look.
Because we've had
Baker's the first one out, by the way.
Baker is the first man out. Let's jump across to the Venezuelan in the Williams and see how we get on.
I'm just trying to find out who's not here.
Yeah, I know Wing It is the only one who has officially reported an absence. So we'll see. Let's ride on board with Baker, then we'll get rid of the spectator menu. We can see any incidents that happen on the minimap on the right hand side of the screen, but we'll ride on board with the Williams man as he heads down the longest straight on the F1 calendar towards turn 1. Hard braking into this 90 right-hander. Little lock up at the front, shouldn't cost him too much time. 90 left, followed by a quick 90 right again. Back end steps out for him, but he's kept it under control. To the second DRS zone. Stretches that 7th gear, don't want to touch 8th just yet. Another lock up, again, no big trouble. Nice and smooth through there now, a double apex right-hander. And we head up towards the infamous S section. Takes a very wide entry to get as much speed carried through the corner as possible. Through the first section cleanly, now through the flat out section there, a little let off of power, and he has invalidated the lap. As we can now see on the right hand side, the minimap goes red. This is good stuff, Codemasters. We're liking this.
Oh, and it goes purple and green for the sectors as well.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Yes!
This is the first time I've used this, and it's brilliant. Harbaugh coming through the last corner to set his first lap, hopefully. Well, yeah. Now I know if he's valid or not.
Harbaugh goes quickest. Juventus though goes purple through the middle sector, now into the stadium. As we see him come through, nice tight line into the hairpin. He's got 1 corner to go. Clips the apex nicely, gets his foot hard down on the power. Goes second by 2/10. Went purple in sector 3, but must have been his sector 1 that let him down. But Mitch goes quickest with a 14.9 in the sister Ferrari. Great stuff from those two. Back up to where we expect them to be, but the man we all want to see put a lap in is Alp. Currently on his out lap.
With Fenrique behind him, so be working the toe down the main straight, long straight. I have figured out, I think, 2 of the 3 missing drivers.
Yeah, one is J. Jigburn in the Racing Point. He is asleep, apparently.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to go with M9H Racing. He's a new boy.
Yes, M9H Racing is missing.
So Fenrique is indeed working the toe with his teammate Alp on the main straight.
Yeah.
It's the Toro Rosso running
Alp isn't actually pushing on this lap, so we'll jump across to his teammate.
Yeah, I think he's they're trying to help each other, I think.
Yeah, Fenrique has gone purple sector 1, and that's full course purple as well, not personal.
Quick driver, Fenrique. Very quick.
He certainly is. When he gets his mojo, he is very hard to beat. Sector 2 split. Again, purple. Fastest man on the circuit right now. This is a run for pole position.
Big Slater puts it in P4. The 115.8.
Good lap from the Irishman, but here comes Fenrique, our sole Brazilian in contest of speed, rounds the final corner and puts it on pole position by half a second.
And instantly gets off the gas so he can give Alp a toe. Great teamwork from Mercedes, boys.
Let's jump across then to Alp, who is maxing out at 345 kilometers per hour down the back straight. I don't know exactly what the conversion is there to miles an hour. I think it's around 215, 220, somewhere in there.
Well, yeah.
You love to see it.
Why do you have it on kilometres?
I got asked to do it by a couple of the European guys, and I've just not changed it at all.
Right.
Consistency's sake, mate. Consistency's sake. Perry is asking you, by the way, if you should do a one-stop.
Do a no-stop, Perry. I think it's on the cards. Or you could do what I did and just do a two-stop and dominate.
Alp has gone purple in the first 2 sectors.
Ooh, Alp is quick.
He is very quick. Championship leader at the moment.
Probably the quickest driver on track in the Americas tier.
Here he comes then. And he puts 13.9 for Alp. What was your pole time on Monday?
Mine was a 1:14.4. What I reckon I could have got a 1:14.1. And
so
that was right at the end of qualifying with track evolution and everything.
Fair
I've
enough.
just stuck that in 10 minutes away from the end. I can't change driver up to Alp and Fenrique. That's great.
Not pressing the wrong thing, are you?
Small bit of housekeeping.
Go on.
Hayden,
oh yeah.
We've had a name change. It's late on. Hayden changed his name to Bucky TV. So, if you're wondering who that is, it's Hayden. He'll be open for some points today, I think.
Sector 1 yellow. That's one of the Ferraris slowing down to get out of the way. That I believe is Juventus.
This track map is outstanding.
This is the best addition they've put in this game for about 3 years. If I'm honest, yeah.
Ever.
And if the safety car and VSC tweaks they've made come to fruition and are beneficial to the racing when we get into the race proper after qualifying, then this patch will be fantastic. Blank then. Canadian lumberjack. Oh dear.
Bucky, as I should now say, on the exit of the S section.
He's on his outlap though, I think, so
Was
he might.
Oh, yeah.
I think he is. So he might just be coming through to start. We'll see though. He might bail out of it. You never know. Blank still going through. The Canadian towards sector 1 split. Now Blank's still on his outlap as well. Although he's pushing. I just don't think the...
Interesting choice for you seeing me flying, going out on the hards.
Yeah, we've got a slow moving McLaren, is that, down in sector 3?
It is indeed.
So that's, is that Raidcon or DK? Be DK.
Everyone getting out the way.
Here comes Blank though. He is pushing, so that I think the lap time data's just not showing properly. We'll see what Blank's time is when he comes around the corner and across the line. You do hate to see it. Here he comes then. Puts himself P5 just behind his teammate. Good lap from Blank.
Oh, and I think the Mercedes have tried to give each other a tow again, and everyone's got in the way. As they've come out the pits, Enrico trying to let everyone past. They're back in the positions they needed to be.
Again, I think the McLarens have tried to do the same thing, haven't they?
Well, Mitch coming around the last corner. Didn't see any of his split times, so this will be interesting. Improves by 3/10.
Yeah.
P3 for Mitch.
Not enough to get him above either of the Mercedes, but it does solidify his position in P3.
Oh, and DK's in the grass at the S section. And that's just a move out of the way.
Yeah, I think so. DK will be heading back to the pits now. Let's go on board with Hayden then, see how he's doing. He's coming in, I think, this lap. He's invalidated again somewhere.
It is a very tricky track to nail a lap on, with the Sector 2 probably been one of the most difficult sectors on the game.
Yeah, to nail and not corner cut while still maintaining your place is tricky. Yeah, I didn't. Well, thankfully, I didn't actually have to do it on Tuesday.
Did you not?
No, I had a qualifying ban.
Oh, nice. Always thinking, Dan. Always thinking ahead.
Yes. Raidcon 1/10 up on his time through Sector 1 at the moment, which would put him above Big Slater as it stands. He might have gained some more time though. Sector 2 split coming up. 6/10 up now. That puts him on par with Baker, potentially pushing Blank and Arbar if he can get a couple more through the final sector.
Alp has invalidated his lap, so he's now just there to give Enrique a tow down the main straight. The Mercedes working this tow very well.
Go Raycon, P5, 15.0, splits the Alphas.
It's a good lap from Raidcon.
Certainly is.
Alp moves out of the way of his teammate. Interestingly, Enrique not using all of the track limits into turn 1. Harry's still not set a lap.
No, he hasn't.
Leaving it late.
I don't think he's been out yet.
Interesting choice from Perry. Let's see how Enrique's getting on. Coming up to the end of Sector 2 now. And he's purple, but he's 2/10 down. How's he managed that?
I'm not sure.
Sector 1's basically 2 straights. He's lost a lot of time in Sector 1. He's straight to the pits.
Yeah, he's bailed out. And Alps followed him in. Juventus on a lap now. Just started.
Juventus has got to be one of the favourites.
Yeah, he's got to be up there. Dominic saying Perry's going for the last to first challenge. I hope he is, that'd be fun to watch.
That would be incredible. Do it. My TV's going to turn off.
Getting a lot of you don't love to see it tonight, aren't we?
We are, unfortunately, but hopefully the race, hopefully they'll balance themselves out and the race is going to be incredible. Perry's out on the mediums. I think he's essentially alright. He's giving his teammate a tow. That's what you want to see.
It is what you want to see. Element 10 currently in P12.
It'll be interesting to see how Hayden will get on. And potentially his final chance.
Is he currently running it? Is he?
Alpha's giving each other a tow down the main straight.
See, I'm on board with Hayden at the minute.
Yeah.
He is pushing.
Good through the S section. Oh, and that's an invalidation.
Yeah.
Big Slater, what can he do? Round in the last corner. DK moves up to 11th for the 116.4. Big Slater up to 4th. The 114.674. 14 hundredths of a second behind Mitch. It's tight. It's tight.
Certainly is at the top of the timing sheets. Let's have a look then. Element 10 now goes up to P11. Let's jump across to Perry.
Hayden's going to have to be quick if he's not going to get another lap in.
Yeah, Perry is going for a lap now on the mediums. He will only get one shot at this.
Hayden has also just started another lap, so clearly didn't think he had enough time, or he didn't have the tyres to spare. Oh, and he's invalidated. It's alright, I think he'll have enough time to have another lap. Perry, have another go at it.
Yes, he will if he can get round, which he should be able to do, and those tyres will be able to hold it onto their temperature for that. But let's have a look at Hayden then. No time to compare to, of course, so we won't get any sector deltas. We'll only know if he goes purple. And he's gone again. He's invalidated another one.
And that's the second lap on those softs.
Yeah. Don't retire.
What's he doing? Oh god, that's the place to be. The Alpha's going to have to watch out. He's done well. Enrique starting his lap without giving him the toe.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on board with Perry and see what he goes for.
I don't think the Mercedes have timed this very well.
I don't think they'll be bothered. I think, if we're being honest, I think it's only the Ferraris and maybe Arba, if we're going to be brutally honest, who are going to challenge them.
Well, one of the Ferraris is just about to finish a lap in Mitch.
It didn't improve, by the look of things.
Oh, splits the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Making it interesting. Enrique is on a lap though. He's invalidated it.
Yeah, Mitch said earlier he was going to aim for P4. He's definitely going to be doing better than that, I think.
At the moment, anyway. If quali...
Perry's looking good, coming through the S's now. He's kept it clean through there, so just the stadium section to go.
Hayden's doing donuts in the stadium section.
Is he now?
He is indeed. It's a big plume of smoke.
Here comes Perry, puts himself 11th on the mediums, exactly where he probably didn't want to be.
Baker's retired. That should be in the pits, I think. Or has he done it on track? Because there's a Williams going slowly.
I think he's done it on track. I think he's dropped it.
No, his car's just parked on the side.
So he's retired.
Yeah. We can see this stuff now.
Yeah, we can. We know where you're lurking, people.
What did Perry do? Perry P11.
And there will be a penalty coming Hayden's way for that.
Yeah, because he's just got in the way of potentially two drivers. I don't think they were setting laps. No. Oh, Alp was. He's just done a 113.6. That's an incredible lap time.
That is mental.
That's a very good lap time. Dom is talking about how bad he is at F1. Just get on in. Tier 4 next season, Dom. I think that's your grid.
You see, Dominic, you want to get on the pad. Never mind the wheel.
Yeah, pad's an easier start. I still use the pad now. I've got a wheel.
So at the start of the season, when you used the wheel, you were dreadful.
Well, I was, yeah. I'm not too bad on the wheel, like pace-wise. It's just consistency. There's no chance.
No, you are consistent on the wheel, mate.
Don't you dare. We're not allowed to swear on here, and I know what joke you were thinking of, so...
I'm not thinking of a joke, it's pure facts, mate.
Let me guess, consistently bad.
No, consistently putting it in the wall.
Thanks.
It's still like lightning on the track, mate.
I am always lightning.
Okay, so Alp has qualified on pole in the Mercedes with a time of 1:13.688. Mitch in the Ferrari close behind in second place. Fenrique, the second Mercedes, in third. The other Ferrari of Juventus down in P8 to try and stop them. It's going to be all down to Mitch.
What are predictions? Predictions in the chat. Also, who's going to be the naughty boy? So, what's top three for you then, Dan?
Alp, Fenrique and Mitch. I think it's just a case of which order Fenrique and Mitch come in, because I think Alp has got this one on lock.
I'm going to go with... Oh, I've just had a naughty thought. I'm going to go with Fenrique, Mitch, and Arbar, that order.
Oh.
I think Alp's going to get eaten up into turn one.
Controversial.
Controversial indeed.
We love to see it.
We've got a Mitch, Blanc and Claudio. Alp, Mitch, Juventus. It's not a bad shout. Blanc to provide the entertainment, as per usual, as per... Alp to win by 32 seconds. That's a good prediction. 2 safety cars or virtual safety cars, and a surprise win from Matrix. DK to be first retirement. I think who was? I think Baker. Baker. I don't know whether it was Auto.
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I'll have to watch the stream back and find out.
No, well, I've just seen it on the stream. Then.
So let's have a look. What tyres have people gone for? Everyone in the top 10, of course, starts on the tyres they qualified on, so they're all on softs. Everybody from 11th to P16, with the exception of You See Me Flying, is on the medium tyre, with You See Me Flying on the softs. No hard runners to start the race, so everyone has both strategy options open to them. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, probably make it a bit more exciting.
I
think Perry's one to look out for it.
Yep, I would agree. In the prime position on those mediums.
Indeed. Could get in the way of Alp domination. But so could Mitch and Fenrique.
See what happens when we get to lights out.
As if Fenrique chooses to fight his teammate, but these two are very close.
Dominic says someone will get a maiden podium in this race.
For this season, I reckon. Will that one be SC? Gru Gruck's podium from Tichy, that is.
It's an outside bet, but it's not an it's not one that you wouldn't. It's not one you'd bet against. Yeah, so it's not one you'd bet against. Now he's got his new wheel. Well, not new wheel. He's got new pedals.
Flip Flop Fish is back in the chat, and I can say his name.
It's nice to have you with us. Hope you enjoy yourselves. 16 of you that are here are ready to see lights go out in Mexico, and the Americas guys will get themselves ready to race. The final man, that's Bucky, lines up on the grid, and we are all set. We're just waiting for the lights.
Sector 3 yellow.
Lights go out, and it's a clean start. No glitch this week. Shocking start from Alban. Mitch and Fenrique have got lightning getaways. So Slater down from 4th. He's up to 2nd already. As they head down towards turn 1. It's going to be Slater to take the lead, I think, on the inside. Fenrique swoops through and takes it. And look at Raidcon up to 4th. Mitch is round. But he's kept it. He's kept it. He's lost an end plate in there. But you were right, Alp definitely got swallowed up at turn 1, and it's Fenrique leading the way from Slater, Raidcon, the two alphas of Blank and Arba, who swap places in all of that melee. Alp down to P6, Mitch to 7th, Bothard up to 8th, Juventus down to 9th off the start. Perry's gained 1 place.
Oh, and Juventus is round. Wing damage. It's a terrible start for the Ferraris.
Claudio, both with exactly the same damage as well.
No, Mitch has lost both end plates.
So who's going to be stopping out of those two first, or are they going to try and stack it?
I think the gap's going to be...
DK's out.
That's in the S's.
It is, yeah. And I think that's Ricky's prediction coming true.
I think so.
Let's have a look. Yep, DK that's first retirement from Ricky. Good prediction.
Has just said goodbye to the rest of the drivers.
He has. Raidcon is still close to the back of Slater, but Blank is now forming a bit of a train behind him. The two Ferraris have pitted. Mitch first in onto medium tyres. Juventus will be delayed. He's only now just getting into the box.
I'll tell you what, Ricky has made a good observation there. Lucky with a great start. Perry's going round the outside into turn 4. Made a move stick on a medium tyre.
Yes, Hayden will not give it up though.
Element 10 in 8th place, the highest medium runner.
Well,
great start as well.
Flip-flop fish says that he thinks Alp has wing damage. Well, let's have a look. He does have wing damage.
Oh, this is a nightmare for Alp.
On the right-hand side. He's carrying on.
Bad thing about the this track with the pole runner, for the pole runner. God, it's quite funny looking at that track now and seeing both Ferraris. Absolutely nowhere. That is unfortunate. Big Slater has used up most of his DRS trying to keep up with Fenrique, and it is not paid off.
Perry's in. New wing and hard tyres.
Interesting call from Perry, interesting. Probably keeping with a two-stop strategy then.
Well, he can get to the end from here on those.
I don't know, I wouldn't even use the hard tyre anyway.
And we've got a Williams going slowly in sector 1. Oh no, Toro Rosso even, that's You See Me Flying's gone round.
No.
And no wing damage for him, but obviously lost a lot of time.
What's that? Alp's just going to soldier on.
Yeah, Alp's just going. Well, he's not under threat from Bothard at the moment. Arba and the other leaders are pulling away. Slater's still in touching distance of Fenrique, but have a look. Yes, he is on the softs. My apologies, he is. I had the graphic on position changed. So I had to go off what the screen told me, and he had white walled tyres on.
Oh, the battle for third is going to be naughty.
It's going to be some. Oh, Fenrique, 3-second penalty.
I think Blank was first on the naughty step. Raidcon just needs to get into DRS range of Big Slater.
I think we could have a move by Baker on element 10. No, he's using it to charge his ERS. He'll go for it next time around. Raidcon has dropped away from Slater, so maybe Slater saved up a little bit of energy and is now pushing to get away from him now that DRS is active, which wouldn't be a bad tactic.
Indeed. I wonder what the Alphas are going to do.
Well, one of them will go for the attack, and if that fails, I don't think it's doing Blank any disservice, and I don't think he would mind me saying that Arbar is the quicker of the two.
I think Blank will get Raidcon.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think they'll both get him here, actually. I think we're going to see a double move. We'll go on board with Arbart. He's going to get double DRS here. And if Blank plays the team game, Arbart will be able to sneak up the inside as well. Here we go. He's going to have a look. Raid leaves him the room, but Arbart thinks better of it. Plays
the unfortunate thing for Raid on this track is that there's no detection point after the first turn, so he will not get DRS off Blank.
No, and there goes Arbart straight through into fourth. The two Alphas make the move stick, and now they can go and hunt down the racing point of Big Slater.
Oddhard's forming a bit of a train behind him.
Yeah. Don't worry about any of the lag on stream, that's because this is an American hosted server. Excuse me, yawning. That it is 2:30 in the morning, by the way. I'm not just like some sort of sleep deprived reprobate. Yeah, it's because this is an American hosted server and Cookie and myself are in the UK. That's why we'll often get lag in these. Alp's coming in.
Oh, and he sped in the pits.
Let's have a look and see what we go for. New wing and medium tyres, so 2 stop for Alp.
The two Alphas almost running into each other.
We've got Baker going for a move in Element 10, but Element 10's going to hold it. Baker will have DRS to pull away. Squeezes the Red Bull wide.
I'd say those medium tyres are going to start to become the faster tyre at this point. 5 laps in.
I would agree. Maybe at the end of this lap the softs will definitely be starting to hurt.
Oh, they'll feel horrible through the S section. Oh.
The Alphas.
Horror show through the S section.
Alphas have swapped. Yeah, the Alphas have swapped places, but Blank now dropping away from his teammate, and that's going to leave him open to Raidcon.
Oh, and Alp's come out just behind Mitch. And Mitch is not going to make it easy for him.
No, he definitely
and everyone's
isn't.
speeding the pit lane.
Oh, Blank!
No.
So Blank in for an early stop, and Vardhod as well. Both of those guys looking like they're going to go to 2 stops.
Element 10 is in a cracking position. Be interested to see what Element 10 does actually. If he does the reverse 2-stop strategy or goes onto the hard type for the 1-stop.
If Monday is anything to go by, he should go on for the 1-stop and go to the hard tyre.
Shouldn't, well, Monday is anything to go by, he shouldn't be in the wrong tier and win by 20 seconds.
Oh, would you be quiet? That's why I don't give you airtime anymore, because
I know. I don't want to say anything, but we've had a drop in viewership recently on TFL, so I'm going to say that's the reason.
We're looking good for tonight. We're up to 23 for the Americans tier. That's good.
25 now.
26 even.
Pogba's following us.
Go on. Thank you for the follow. We hope you enjoy yourself while you're here. Alpa's managed to get past Mitch down the main straight, and the Mercedes is pulling away. Next up for him is You See Me Flying, who might be able to hold him up just enough for Mitch to be able to keep pace.
So
but we've got, yeah, as is Arbart and Raidcon, so that puts Big Slater into the lead, with Baker in second place, but he is under attack from Element 10. And we could see a move down towards turn 4.
Element 10 needs to get past as soon as possible because Baker's just going to slow him down on those worn softs.
Yeah, and he's through.
Inside. Yeah.
Baker didn't fight that. And I would imagine that Slater and Baker, staying out this long, are going to go for the 1-stop.
Well, I don't know, because I think I pit lap 10 on the softs and did a 2-stop. So I did the soft, medium, soft. So 2-stop could still be on.
That's true.
All the medium runners from the start of the race are now going to hold up the leaders. It's a crucial part of the race. Enrique's currently stuck behind Bucky.
He's not going to be staying there long.
No, should get him here. Slater's picked the medium tight, which means Baker.
He's the only man who started on the softs.
You see me flying, started on the softs, but he's down in 13th. Oh, and Slater's just come out behind. He's split the Alphas.
The undercut working well then for the Alphas, who've put themselves in great positions.
Yes, indeed. What R-Bar needs to do now is get out of DRS range so Blank can have an attack. Raycon's dropped off Blank as well. Alp and Perry going at each other.
Yeah, we've had a multi-2-1 at Toro Rosso. Botto let through by You See Me Flying.
Tactical move.
Perry now, having been overtaken by Alp, will he be able to stay with him?
Yeah, Alp could potentially drag him along. Perry is on some worn softs at this point. Botto's picked up 3 seconds.
It's Arbar on the back of Grugrox King. Should be a simple move for the Alpha man. We'll ride on board. Yeah, he's going to be passed before the braking zone.
He is indeed.
And that's and that's put a car between Arbar and Slater.
Arbar picking up 3 seconds. Oh, and the grip out of the 3rd turn. Real evident there.
And that's allowed Slater through. So that gap didn't last for long.
Did not.
Although Arbar has pulled out a second gap.
Yes, indeed.
Fenrique, meanwhile, all over the back of Baker, whose tyres are sliding there. And Fenrique around the outside into the stadium. Now he's going to chase down element 10 for the lead. Fenrique has the net lead anyway, of course. And Baker's coming in.
Be interested to see what Baker puts on. I'm hoping it'll be the hard tyre, because if it isn't, then he's ran way too long in those softs.
And
it's the medium.
It's the medium
tyre.
Maybe he's copying your strategy then from Monday night.
Maybe. I hope so, at least. Raidcon's got past Group. Brooks King.
As has Raidcon. What?
And in doing so, has actually caught up to Blank quite nicely. He was 2 seconds behind Blank after the pit stops. Blank
It's a good
might
spot.
not be enjoying those mediums as much as Raidcon.
Big Slater with 3 seconds. That could affect him quite badly come the end of the race. Arbar though closing on the back of Bucky. Needs to clear him if he wants to hunt down Fenrique and try and challenge for the win.
Fenrique currently being held up by element 10. Should get past him easily though. Down the main straight.
Yeah, he'll be past him before the DRS zone is even active. Look at that. As soon as the wing opens, he's straight through.
Straight through.
Arbar, meanwhile, going for a move on Bucky, who leaves the door open on the inside. And he's through. Slater's lurking in the background.
Oh, and Raycon on Blank, side by side, 3 turn 1, 2 and 3, and Blank's held it round the outside.
Good job from Blank. Slater makes the move on the inside of Bucky, who fought well but couldn't hold it. So Slater still chasing Arbar for that third place, that net second.
The Alp has caught up with the two drivers after they're battling. Raycon looks much quicker than Blank though, on this medium tyre. Element 10 is looking in a great position.
And Perry's managed to get past Gruger's King on that short straight before the stadium section, so I wonder if
There's a mistake.
King either made a mistake or has a problem.
Perry is on worn rubber as well.
Yeah.
10 laps on those softs. He'll be pitting soon.
He'll be coming in this time around, I would have thought. Gruger's King's pit window is open.
Element 10's is as well. So, this lap potentially.
Maybe we've got 3 wide though. Alp, Raycon and Blank all fighting for P6.
Mitch is closing in on Gruger's King after his lap 1 incident.
Both Ferraris playing catch up, and it's not going well for them at the moment. Juventus way down the order, 13 seconds behind the next car. Raycon has had a shocking S section.
How's Alp managed to do him there?
Yeah. Mitch meanwhile has Blank rather has closed up to Bucky, which is going to give him it's going to give him DRS to defend from Alp.
Bucky's even gone into the pits for him. And Element 10 has as well, and he's on the hard tyre. Could be an outside chance.
He's going for it. Let's have a look. What does Bucky go for? Second set of mediums, so he's going for the 2-stop.
He is indeed. I'm not too sure about that decision. Oh, and Element 10's got out ahead of Baker. That is crucial.
Yeah, but not by much, and I think that if Baker doesn't get him here, he'll get him next time around.
Yeah, you'd think so, unfortunately for Element 10. Going to have to deal with a bit of traffic. Perry staying out again on the soft tyre.
You say that Element 10's going to have to deal with traffic, but Gruger's King's going to have to pit, and will be doing so within the next couple of laps. Same for Mitch, same for Perry. So Element 10 is in net P7 right now, and as Alp gets past Blank.
It's just... He needs to be smart about this Element 10. If he starts battling with Baker, it's going to ruin his race.
Yeah, it is. But it's not his fight with Baker right now. Baker's going to have to stop again.
Hopefully Element 10 will play the tactical game. I don't think he's got a penalty either. There's not been that many penalties, to be fair.
Not compared to some of the others.
There's been a lot of speed in the pit lane. I mean,
yeah, there has. Perry's onto the hard tyre. Perry's gone for the 3-tyre strategy.
Yes, Perry. Fully respect that.
Go on. Please make this work.
That's what you want to see.
Please make it work. It's my favourite strategy ever, and it has only ever worked for me once, and that was because of a pile-up.
Classic.
Yeah.
And interestingly, Element 10 has held it from Baker.
Ricky, that's grim, mate. We don't need to see that.
What?
We do not need to see that. Oh, that is a shocking mental picture. get back to the action quick whilst we've still got sanity. Blank. He's been overtaken by Alp, but he's still in DRS range.
And Bacon's dropped off the back of Blank. So Alp being a nuisance for Raidcon.
Yeah, Alp has slowed Raidcon up. Yeah, and there we go. Element 10 up to his P7
He's
plate.
in a great position.
The thing is,
don't battle. Don't battle. Just let him go. Save the RS behind him.
Yeah, the other thing you've got to think about, Alp's going to have to stop again.
Exactly.
So actually, Element 10 is in
a great position.
Yeah, he is, because actually, even then, Baker's going to have to stop again, Raid's going to have to stop again, they're all going to have to stop again.
They are. Element 10 could be an outside chance.
He could be. He's 28 seconds behind the leader, so he's not going to fall behind get ahead of Fenrique, and if he does, he's going to get past when he comes back out of the pits. Probably the same for Arbar and Slater, but he could be on for a P4 or maybe an outside chance for podium. That wouldn't be unthinkable at the moment, as long as he can just keep a steady pace. If he can keep within DRS of Baker, then
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Has he done it? This could be crucial. I think he has.
He's got it this time round. Yeah, he has.
Don't fight him, Element. Put your ERS down, son. Just stick with him. Just stick with him. And while Gruber's King has picked the soft side, and he's pushing to keep up with Juventus. He's on 15 lap old mediums. Fair play to you.
Both Ferraris now, P12 and 13. Fastest lap at the moment is Perry.
Fenrique's just controlling this.
Yeah, Fenrique's going to bring that car home. Big Slater's trying to close the gap and get within DRS range of Arbar, but I don't think it's happening at the moment. The closest battle we've got is Element 10 and Baker, and that's just stretched outside the second gap needed for Element to keep his DRS active. Unless Baker has a shocking final sector, which he has. I think he has. It just depends where the detection point is. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Great final sector from Element 10, or a shocking one from Baker, but it's allowed him to keep his DRS.
And interestingly, Big Slater has entered into DRS range of Arbar. The fight for second place.
Yeah. So now Element 10 will be hoping that these two get into a real fight, because it'll then hold them up and he'll get in front of them and could potentially be on for a podium, if not a second place.
In the meantime, Perry is all over the back of Bucky, going down the second of the two DRS straights. Oh, there's some late defensive moves from Bucky there, but Perry round the outside, turns into the inside for the next turn. Squeezed out by Bucky.
Penalty there for You See Me Flying. Perry's a man of experience. He'll know that the war can't be won today, but it can certainly be lost.
And as each lap goes by, it's getting easier and easier for Element 10 to stay within DRS range.
The hard tyres will now be up to temperature. Baker's mediums will be in their prime about now, just starting to go over the edge.
I think Perry's made a move up the inside of the hairpin in sector 3. Unless Bucky's made a mistake.
I think you're right. I think he has made that move.
If he has, that's an incredible move and I want to see it.
See, Perry will watch this back, I know he will. And when you do, Perry, and you get to this point, you hear us now, get this in the sharing footage chat. We want to see that overtake.
We do indeed.
See, Element 10 now. See, we're focusing a lot on Element 10, but he is in a position of power at the moment. He's half a second behind Baker. No, he is.
Fenrique is.
Well, apart from Fenrique, of course. But element 10, in terms of what he wants to do with his race, is in full control. If he wants to really go for it, he's going to have to attack Baker and then pull away. Otherwise, he's going to have to wait up to 10 laps before Baker will stop again.
I think he should wait one extra lap and then maybe go for the move after that. Because I think then Baker's tyres will have worn so much that the hard of element 10s would be the faster of the two compounds.
I think you're right, although I think from what we're looking at the moment, I think element 10 is the faster man regardless of the compound. He's pushing, but he's keeping Baker very honest.
You do gain about 4 tenths down the main straight with DRS on the driver in front of you.
Yeah, so he can afford to lose the majority of that through sectors 2 and 3.
Alp making his way towards Big Slater.
Yeah, Alp is another one who could still be on for a podium here.
Could. Oh, and he's in. He's in.
Alp's in. Early stop then for Alp for his second set.
And he's going to serve 5 seconds.
Oh, that could be a game changer. He's going to put on for his second set of mediums, yeah?
Yeah. Got Alp first one to blink. Yes. Medium
I would imagine Fenrique will be stopping this time around.
And element 10's dropped off the back of Baker.
He's still got DRS though. Yeah. Bodhard though is a nice little cushion for him between himself and Alp.
He does indeed. Alp getting out in front of Perry.
Juventus coming in on 19 lap old mediums. That's a great stint on those.
They've served the dues.
Just going to jump across to our race leader. I want to see if he's going to pit in. Fenrique, the Brazilian.
In the meantime, Mitch has got past Bucky down the second DRS straight.
No, Fenrique going on. And Arbar's coming in, so he's going for another set of mediums.
Big Slater, he's gone for the overcut.
Well, here's the thing, Fenrique now I think is going to go to the softs. He's going to go to lap 26, 27 and then go to the softs. I would imagine Slater will do the same. I don't see why you would carry on at that point. You might as well stop for another set of mediums now.
Yeah.
Raidcon, if he doesn't come in this time through, then yes, he's going to do the same.
Oh, an element 10 round the outside. Oh, he's got it done before the corner.
Great move from element 10. And he's got Arbar to drag him along now as well.
He's come out just behind Arbar. And he's got a lot of ERS compared to Baker, who has been defending for a good few laps now.
Alps managed to get past Bodhard.
Sector 1 yellow.
And that's...
Don't know.
That's Bucky, I think.
I don't know. Or Gru.
It might be Gru, actually.
Both seem to be alright.
Yeah, I think there's a little coming together, but nothing to be too worried about.
You see me flying his pit onto the hards. That's an interesting choice from it.
Might be the only tyre he's got left, but Slater's in. One lap too many, I feel, but... Out he goes. Arbar is going to leapfrog him and get a significant gap.
Has pulled out 2 seconds from element 10, who's come out just in front of Big Slater. So element 10 is in a net podium position.
Yep, net 3 at the moment for the Red Bull man.
However, he does have Big Slater and Alp, the championship leader.
Does, breathing down his neck, but
and Baker.
Baker's going for it, but
gonna be a nuisance. Oh, he's held it well around the outside.
Great racing from Element 10 to hold that position. For all the time though, this allows the quicker man behind to catch up. Those two need to work together, Element and Baker rather, need to work together to try and pull away from those guys, not fight against each other and keep themselves in range.
Well, I'd be expecting Baker to come in around about 2 laps time. What Element 10 will want is Alp to start battling with Big Slater, whilst Baker is causing a bit of a barrier between them.
Raycon and Blank are in. And Raid's the first man on the softs.
They're going to be
Blank to mediums.
By the end of the race. I think Blank's gone a bit too long there.
Yeah, he has.
Baker up the inside of Element 10. For the first turn.
And again, Element 10 holds it round the outside. Here comes Slater though.
He has.
He could look to get both of them here.
I know, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, and he's weaving. Oh, this is exciting. It's a four-man battle. One of them isn't even in the battle really, in Baker.
This is 4 position, so there's no reason to say that Baker isn't in it. For all we know, to be fair, he could be trying to get to the end on those tyres.
He could, which would be incredible. Oh, and he's causing a nuisance of himself up the inside. Oh, and he's got past Element 10.
Yeah, but it's not where you want to do it.
No, it's not.
Because now...
Oh, and he's locked up into the last turn. Slater's looked through the gap, side by side, before either one's got DRS. And
Groves have got a problem in sector 2 in the S's. I'm going to go to it in a second. As we see...
Oh, it's 3 wide! It's turn 1! And Element 10 round the outside.
Who's going to come out on top? It's Baker at the moment.
This is incredible. And Alps ran wide. Push wide.
He's trying to keep himself out of trouble.
Yes, indeed.
And
this is incredible.
Is Baker going to keep position here? Oh, Perry's
gone. I'll have a look at that. I don't know where that is.
VSC is out.
Oh. And Fenrique is going to be laughing. So's Baker.
Well, it depends how long it's out for.
Oh.
You never know. This could.
That's come out perfectly for him. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's back. It's gone. We're back racing.
A little bit of time lost for Fenrique, but nothing for him to be concerned about. He will keep the lead.
Raidcon round the outside of Bodhod, in which a battle which Mitch is joining in. Bodhod, 18 laps on those mediums.
He'll be coming in now, I think, for a fresh set of softs to go at the end. Yes, that's what I would be doing.
Baker's in.
Yeah, and so is Bodhod.
Which leaves Element 10 for Alp. He gets the move done.
Yeah, Mitch has managed to recover to P7. So good job from him.
The outside there, but unfortunately cannot do that. Element 10 needs to stay in DRS range of Alp and Slater. It's going to be a tough ask.
So, can you check penalties for me? Because I know that all of the guys in the top 4 have them, and I don't know if Element 10 does.
Fenrique has 1 penalty. Arbar has 2 penalties. Big Slater 2 penalties. Alp doesn't have a penalty. Element 10. Oh, he was warning free up until lap 23. And then he's got a warning lap 24. So he's 1 warning away from a penalty.
Okay, so right now Element 10 is in 4th place. Slater will drop behind him.
He will indeed. Element 10 I think should stay in DRS range.
No, I think he's just dropped out. No, I'm wrong. He's got it.
In. And with Big Slater and out battling, he could stay with these two.
He could do, but Raycon's going to be breathing down his neck on those fresh, soft tyres.
Element 10 needs to push down these straights now. Can't be saving ERS. He's going to have to stay with him.
Oh no! Element 10 and the back end steps out.
Back end step. It's all gone wrong.
That's not counting as curse the commentator, is it?
I hope not. He'll be fuming.
Yeah, well, we'll not interview him. Actually, speaking of, I'm not going to be doing interviews tonight, everybody. I just need to go to bed, if I'm being brutally honest. I hope you can all understand that, considering it's now 3 o'clock in the morning in the UK.
Raidcon's going for a move around the outside.
He is. Element 10 gets his elbows out and says, "No! You shall not pass!"
Not waiting around. Element 10, what he has got on his side is ERS advantage.
But Raidcon will have DRS advantage, which...
and the better tyre.
Yeah, and...
Just sent him flying up the inside.
Makes it so much easier.
On Big Slater, Alps got past.
Those two still fighting up there.
Yeah. Slater on a younger set of tyres. Not by much, but it certainly will be an advantage. And Raid has got on 10.
Bodhard has managed to get past Juventus.
Will those softs make it to the end? But I'm not too sure.
Who's softs?
Raidcon, 4 laps already.
They will be screaming by the time we get there, but they should be able to get to the end.
Raid's got plenty of penalties, I think.
Yeah, he has. So Element 10, if he can just stay with him, he should be okay. Blank, meanwhile, is next in line to have a go at the Red Bull.
Raid's got 7 penalties.
Ooh!
Close to disqualification by the end of the race.
He's got 21 seconds to go, Cookie.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold on. Harry's saying he lost the back end and he's fuming.
Yeah, it's unlucky, mate. You were doing really well.
Mitch is looking for a move on Blank. Blank is on a much better tyre than Mitch.
Great respect between the two of them. Off the track anyway. On track.
Get your elbows out, Mitch. Go on. Should be lunging in the inside there.
It's been the one criticism people have had of Mitch.
His aggressiveness.
Yeah, and his lack thereof.
I don't think that's a word, but we're going with it.
His aggression.
That's the one.
Yeah, Mitch, he's too nice. Mitch is just too nice of a person.
He is.
To want to get his elbows out and tell someone to get stuffed and get out of his way.
I'm trying to release a bit of anger in Mitch. The plan. Yeah. Mitch just using Blank to his advantage.
Just to tow him along. Because Mitch will have the information from Jeff. He'll know about the penalties. He doesn't need to pass him on track.
He doesn't. I mean, at this rate, Raycon's dropping back. Behind all 3 of the drivers behind him. In close proximity.
Yeah.
Blank is now within DRS range of Element 10. Oh, I think Blank's got about 4,000 penalties as well though.
Yeah, Blank's got enough penalties to drop him well towards Baker at the moment.
Blank is on 6 penalties, 18 seconds.
Meanwhile, Juventus looks like he might be on to get himself a point in all of this.
Maybe. Harry's gone. Blank will be looking for a move on element 10.
He's going to have to think about it very carefully because Mitch is going to be breathing down his neck.
And then Blank's going to want to be catching Raidcon. And I think those medium tyres are going to start to become the better than the soft tyre. It is on Raidcon's car. Blank basically passed element 10 before the DRS even hit. Which can't do anything. This stream has basically been the rise and fall of element 10.
I think element 10 is still on for a good result here.
It is. Falling back though on those old hard tyres.
Yeah, well, at the minute he's getting in front of Blank, Raid and Slater.
On 6 seconds of penalty. Element 10.
Oh, Mitch!
Oh wow! Wowee!
That's rare.
That is rare. And I'm upset.
Because I was about to say that element 10 will drop behind Mitch, so he'd probably end up 5th, but now...
That's going to be interesting. Both on the same amount of penalties. Element 10 actually picked up DRS from Blank. It's not stopped Mitch from going through, blocking up into turn 1, but still making the move stick. Blank is catching Raid on Raid. Those softs are going to be dead. They're going to be a nightmare to drive. From the final few laps. This is the closest battle on the track.
Here's Blank closing on Raycon. Sector 1 yellows, and that's Bucky.
It is. He's
Lost it at turn 3.
Oh no! Element 10.
6 seconds for him, so he's now staying behind Mitch. He'll jump Blank. He'll jump Raid. I don't think he'll jump Slater now.
No, those two are on the same amount of penalties. Oh, one R-bar. What's his penalty situation actually? Cause
he's now got 2, I think, so that puts Alp into 2nd place.
He's on 3 penalties R-bar.
Oh!
What's happened?
This should be a full safety car.
Please. Virtual. Come on.
Oh, Bucky's lost it in the S section. Spectacularly, I might add. And... I mean, I'm happy we're getting a VSC.
Oh, and all the close runners are... Oh no. Don't be a glitch. Don't be a glitch. Yeah, I think it's too late for a gamble. It's just going to slow.
Yeah, I mean, if the safety car comes out now, we will finish under it. Might get 1 lap of racing, but...
I think that might be why it's actually just a virtual safety car.
Maybe.
Does the game actually finish under safety car? Does that happen?
I don't know. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Well, they don't have red flags, do they?
But they used to.
They took them out.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ray's got a great start off the VSC.
Yeah, and he's got ahead of Blank.
Ooh.
What is trouble?
That's
Chops back in front.
Swipe. That was a terrible place for the VSC to end for Blank right at the start of the first DRS straight.
Yeah.
Ray picks up another penalty. He needs to be careful because he's getting close to a disqualification, I think.
Into that straight though, chopping him across in front of Blank, telling me to get off his land.
Get off my land.
Retakes P5.
Oh, and Juventus has also had a great start from BSC.
Yeah, closing onto the back of Bodhod, whose soft tyres will now be starting to struggle.
That's points playing position.
So we're now within the final 2 laps of the race. If we can get your votes for the driver of the day in.
And first shot on the stream for me. Thought I'd make it all the way through, but unfortunately, I didn't.
Ooh. And close though, I can respect that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Blank looks like he's going to get Raycon back into turn 1, goes to the outside. Slater with another penalty. Blank is through. And
Raycon, I think he's 1 penalty away, you know.
Have a look.
Taking advantage of his poor line.
Have a look at Raycon, see how far off he is.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 penalties. I think he's 1 penalty away from a disqualification. You wouldn't want that.
No,
Those soft tyres.
most certainly wouldn't.
Dead.
Mitch focusing on Blank now. He's pulled away from Redcon, whose soft tyres have gone off as we first thought.
And Juventus has got past Bodhod.
He has, so Juventus will get a point. All being well with when it comes to penalties.
Oh, last lap of the race. Break.
So,
I don't even know what happened there.
Element 10's got ahead of him. Simple as that. Element 10 now having a resurgence.
The effect of DRS made it look like Raycon slowed down.
It's got on board with our race leader though.
Baker's pit. Interesting, to say the least. No, what? Oh, he's serving a drive-through, isn't he? Speed under BSC.
Ah, yes. Here comes Fenrique though, rounds the final corner. He's doing some lock-up celebration on the line, which he can do. He's so far ahead. Fenrique takes the win in Mexico for Mercedes.
20-old hards has managed to get past Blank, who is on a medium tyre compound. Oh, and Blank again. Blank's penalty merchant today, along with Raycon. Mitch up to score.
So Alp manages to get ahead of Arbar on penalties to make it a Mercedes 1-2. Arbar finishes 3rd. Mitch comes home in 4th after a shocking start. I think he'll be pleased with that. Big Slater, yeah, definitely is. Big Slater in 5th, Element 10 6th. Great result for him, having started so far down the field. Blank in 7th. Again, I think he'll be happy. I think if you said that you'll get P7 tonight beforehand, I think he would have taken it. I don't know the rest of the list.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I think Braidcon. Baker. I don't think he did, Broadhorse. Unfortunately. Raycon, I think he dominated that, to be fair. Raycon picking up with 29 seconds of penalties. Blank with 24 seconds and Bodhod with 21. But unfortunately, Bodhod, you only managed 3rd.
Who got the victory for most penalties?
That was Raid, 29 seconds. Blank with 24. Bod 121. That has been the Mexican Grand Prix. Oh.
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your final running order. Or finishing order, I should say. And the Wizard Award goes to Alp. No penalties for him tonight.
He got a speed. He's got a drive. Speed in the pit lane.
Yeah, but he served it. Served it.
I don't care. Don't care. That's poor. That is poor.
So no Wizard Award then to give out again. No one's had one this week. Unless someone got it last night. That's true. But with the race having finished, I'm going to call it a night and end the stream here. Thank you all very much for watching at home. We hope you have enjoyed yourselves. If you want to see some more from Contest to Speed, you can always tune in on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 PM in the UK for Monday and Tuesday, and then 8 PM in the UK on Wednesday for our European tiers 1, 2 and 3. And of course you can come back next week and watch this stream at 9 PM Eastern on a Thursday. I will not be here next week, but I'm almost certain Cookie will be.
Yeah, sleep schedule's ruined.
So in Cookie we trust next week.
I'm leading the stream, so
good man. But, once again, thank you all very much for watching. Good night.